2018, but it has been acted upon only now. Now, in this case, what happened was they usually give.
It's a competitive exam, no?
Competitive exam.
That GO was also challenged.
Your Lordship,
I think,
sir,
yes, now exam conducted.
Yes.
So therefore, now you challenge the question.
No, not at all. In fact, if your Lordship sees in all my writ petitions, we have not asked for prayer of any redoing of the examinations. But what we have said is, for example, in the subject English, if your Lordship sees, they gave one tentative answer. Candidates have the right to give an objection. We give an objection, then they give us a final answer. Now, Millard, what happens is every question can carry only one correct answer. But in the subject English, they have given 11 questions with multiple choice answers. They themselves have given. After the publication of the final answer key, where they said that only one particular, I might have said A is the answer, they say no, B is the answer, and they stick on to B. Suddenly, what happened was, just before the publication of the result, they said that for 11 questions,
the alterations of final key.
Yes. They say 3 answers are correct for each question. In one particular case, in one particular question number, they said all the 4 answers are correct. But I do not know whether something like that is permissible, because what happens is a person who has studied properly that particular subject, he has got marks. The others have got windfall gains for no reason. Similarly, what happens is, if your Lordship will kindly take that first writ petition typeset at page 261, these are the questions for which they have given star questions. Star questions from page 261. Your Lordships will see the question number 42 there. But they have mentioned Juno and the plow.
Number 2, the plow.
Are 2 plays written by whom? The correct answer is Sean O'Casey. A person who has studied English literature will know that that's the answer. One letter changing here or there will not change the answer, because there are no comparable answers. The option number B has been mentioned as SERN instead of SEAN. Those who have studied, they will know that B is the answer. But if somebody has written C as the answer, just because TRB has printed A as R, they have given 1 mark for that star. They made it a star question and they've given. But similarly, if your Lordship sees the next one, where did Clarissa spend her summer as a girl? Mrs. Dalloway. The correct answer is A. We all know that A is the answer, but there is a spelling mistake. They have missed out an R. So they gave 1 mark for that. The next one also, if your Lordship sees, Ruskin's King's Treasuries has another title, dash. The spelling mistake, this sesame is the right answer. They have added 1 S, therefore they have given 1 mark. This is just an instance. Instead of Tessie, they have printed as Jessie. But if there are comparable answers in the question, there could be confusion. Now what has happened is a person who...
But uniformly, for all they granted marks. And now how do you say that the person who studied less obtained more marks?
There are total. If it is a matter of 1 or 2 marks, I do not have a case. 24 marks in total.
No, as senior counsel submitted that whether they attended or not,
yes,
they have given marks. So therefore 24 marks were given to all candidates who write the examination.
In the
Star questions, that is why she submitted that. Even without attempting that question, they were granted. No. What is senior counsel? That is your case.
That is my contention. Even persons who have not attempted, everybody.
Yes, everybody granted. Then where is the question of discrimination? How do you say that? If all were granted, if there are totally 100 questions, the 25 marks, the 25 questions are star questions. Whether they attended or not, all were granted, uniformly granted 25 marks.
No,
then where is your grievance?
That is unfair.
All were granted. If 1 granted and 1 not granted, then you are correct.
Only person.
Whatever that mistakes committed by them, so therefore all were granted uniformly marks. What is your point now?
My point is
where? How?
Has not even written the correct answer or chosen some other answer. And
correct. They were given mark. Those who were not attended the question was granted marks. Yes.
What I have pointed out is,
yes,
I am not saying that they should. It is one thing to say that should not be granted. but quite another to say that similar spelling mistakes are there in 25 other questions. If you give that also, there will be a balancing out, or you delete the star questions. Because then what will happen is, if you delete the star questions which are on the basis of one spelling error here and there, everybody will, those who have written properly will get the marks. Those who have not written at all or not written the wrong answer will not get those 14 marks. There will be a proper assessment of merit. But if they delete the star questions, we cannot have any grievance. Even then, I may not be selected. That is a different matter altogether. Let them delete the star questions, or they will have to say how can an expert body, a so-called expert body, say that this is the final answer. We lose
The
cases of
typographical error. Whatever the now questions pointed out by you,
Yes.
all typographical error, maybe in the while
Printing error.
correction, while correcting the while seeing the fair copy, they missed out. That is one chance. Number two is that the printing, if you put one letter and then automatically the other letter will come. So therefore, there are some typographical errors. Huh?
There is no need to give star marks. I'm not saying that while giving that, give me. I cannot ask, because if I have written correctly, I would have anyway got. If someone has not written correctly, they are also getting. So we are treating.
Because the person who wrote the wrong answer can say that spelling is not correct, therefore I have not chosen that that answer. So they may say that is why uniformly they were allotted marks,
But if that is the
whether
case,
attended or not. There is a mistake.
there is a mistake.
Yes.
But all I'm saying is, if there is a mistake, there are 25 more questions.
That you point out. Where is that? Where is those
I
questions?
those at page 53 onwards it starts. There are 25 questions where
Where is the error?
from 20 to 53. But if your lordship sees page 254 also. I think page 255, I'll just point out two questions. The lordship will see page 255.
Yes.
Question number 74. It says, who reached this?
All in English. English.
This is now subject English.
See, it says max.
Max, the problem is we cannot even identify.
Max itself problem.
I cannot
Therefore,
identify what is the mistake because I'm not so good at maths. But if your lordship sees,
no one. Yes.
if your lordship sees question number 74 there,
Yes.
fine. Who reached the spot where now so long silence? But the word there is since, not silence. Now so long since. This is the bigger error, a real error. For that should have given marks, they have not given. Then the next one is, what is Ratna?
What is the answer?
But answer question.
Only in the answer if there is any mistake.
Then
That can be corrected. That's all. It is not the answer. What is the answer for
question.
what is the answer for question number 74? You do not know.
Its answer is
So the other than silence,
yes.
silence is not an answer.
Then 70.
So therefore, wherever there is any error in the answer, they are given. Yes, correct. Huh?
79. Who among the following poets is profoundly non-intellectual poet? They have mentioned Keats, Frost, Sarojini Naidu, Kamala Das. Because all the answers are wrong. They have not given marks for that.
What is the key? Final key.
There's no
Final key says.
According to the final key, 70.
That is your opinion. What is the expert's opinion?
They have written all four are correct.
All four are correct.
79.
79. What is the correct answer? What is the key answer furnished by them?
This. Then, by the time, according to them, C is the correct answer.
As per the final key.
Yes, yes.
According to you, no one is correct.
Yes, because
That is, you are not an expert. Yes, next point.
yes. Then the next
Hmm.
yes, Bradley is of the view. But that, of course, that also I don't want to, like 94, your lordship says, the son of Rome is said, our day is gone, clouds, dews and dangers come, all deeds are done. Whose words are these in Julius Caesar? But there is a mistake in option number C. C is the correct answer. They have mentioned
Titanus.
A is the correct answer, but C they have
Titanus.
mentioned. They have mentioned.
The answer is correct. A rightly printed as Masala. That's all. The wrong answer wrongly typed, that's all, yes.
Answer wrong. Type.
What to do? Yes. If,
Logic.
madam, that is why that the earlier two questions you pointed out, they include, yes, wherever the correct answer, in that any spelling mistake, definitely you may say that spelling is not correct, therefore I have not chosen that answer. Therefore they have given marks.
Then only way to balance it out is to delete the star questions.
Star questions, they were given only wherever the correct answer is wrongly typed, they have given. That's all. Yes.
Then
Yes.
multiple choice questions are concerned.
Ah.
They have given 3 questions are the right question. Your Lordship will see the
3
right
questions?
answer key.
3
For
questions.
some questions,
Ah.
for 11 questions for the subject English, they have mentioned that 3 options are correct.
As for the final key.
Yes. Your Lordship will take page 226.
Yes, what is wrong in? That is their question. You got to answer any one of among the 3, any one of.
Said two are correct. Now they say 3 are correct. In their own final key, they said A is the answer. Now they say A, B and C are the answers.
You cannot answer as A, B, C as answer.
They have mentioned.
But you have to show only one. Where is that?
My lords, the issue is the
My lords,
wrong
page 227.
questions, not wrong answers, key answers.
No, she mentioned all the points raised by the council is only answers.
No, my lords, in my case, for mathematics and chemistry, which I,
Anyway, that question itself wrong, therefore they were given marks.
but when I have correctly attempted, they cannot,
That is why I answered,
cannot.
if the particular, some of the students only were given marks, then you can agitate. But whereas uniformly all were allotted for wrong questions and the wrong answers, they were given
Wrong
marks.
questions are not basically wrong, just some small mistake, and I have, but they've given grace marks to everybody.
Yes.
Points I will just finish.
Yes.
27.
227. Yes.
27. Question number 44.
Yes.
They mention A, B and D. 3 are the right answers. But this is a lot of ineligible candidates have got 228. Now, your Lordship will see how many questions they have given double answers. All the pages. 236 also.
It's a final key.
This is the final key where they've given. Now, Lords, there is one more issue apart from this. In some of the cases, Lords, I do not know whether I have been given star mark questions and answers at all. The marks, because they say that for those who have raised objections with respect to that question,
They were only allotted marks.
they were given. That they may clarify. That your Lordships will find out.
Yes, sir.
And Lords, the last point is there is
Yes.
a ratio.
Ah.
They have to say for every post. For 4 posts, they have to call 5 persons. That is 1:1:1.25. That is the ratio in which they have to call. But in most of these cases, Lord, they have not followed that ratio. Very few number, because if more number of people are called, only Lords, I have a chance to be part of the CV at all. That Lords, that also we have to go by whatever they say. That here.
So they 1:1 to 1.25.
Yes.
They called. For one post,
Show you that
for 4 posts, they called 5 persons.
they
That's
should
all.
call 5.
Yes. Yes.